What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the Game Week 31 podcast episode number 135. And I'm joined by my co-host Karan and Ayon. But before I get into them, obviously here at the Football Chatbox, we respect the ball, and that's why we have it as a logo as well. But Ayon, do your players that you coach respect the ball in the middle of the pitch,
What the hell are you guys talking about?
You ruined it.
Sorry.
This shows how Karan's not clued into anything. Where have you been on the weekend with the...
Where have you been, man? This has been all the chat.
If anything,
that's your question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go on. No, I was gonna say, yeah, exactly. Like, clearly they don't respect the ball enough.
Exactly.
Especially getting the referee involved and everything like that as well. Like that's peak respect. The owner of the ball, if you will, in many regards. But yeah, ludicrous behavior from Rosenior, obviously, and it's like there's never been a more LinkedIn manager that's ever been present in professional football. I think so.
Yeah, he actually said this.
Yeah. Like you haven't seen this. I'm so surprised that this hasn't come across your desk.
If anything,
no, I saw the management is aging.
Oh, the man aging.
No.
Yeah, man. This is probably takes the cake a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Like Paul Tierney, literally standing right next to the ball as he should be before the kickoff, and these man circling the ball. Just
are they trying to intimidate him?
I don't know. Because they did a thing. I think last week they did it in the center circle where they did the huddle around the ball as well, which obviously a little bit strange.
Ritual. It's a weird ritual.
Yeah. Look, it's a ritual, but it's not like super weird. But then to clearly just like encircle the referee, like, and then to go lose the game as well, like, oh man, like just don't do that. Like, you got to win if you're doing that kind of BS.
Honestly, if they won, they would have been like, it's the spirit of the ball.
It's like Pochettino's lemons and limes. I don't know if you guys know about that as well. Similar kind of like hoodoo and like superstition or whatever. But yeah, this is just ridiculous. Like,
so
it's obviously funny as none of us are Chelsea fans, but yeah, it's a bit ridiculous.
This was one of the two high quality memes that were generated this weekend. the other one being Igor Tudor going to shake Arne Slot's hand. And only realizing that the person who he went to shake was one of his coaching staff who was also bald.
His own coaching staff, which is ridiculous. That man just does not care about the club whatsoever.
Yep. And meanwhile, Karan, you're looking fresh with a new trim.
Yep, I was telling the guys, Man U won 4 in a row, but not quite 5, so... I cut my hair instead of the other guy.
They'll have to accept you rather than United Strand, right?
The Strand, yeah.
Yeah, so the current is the new United Strand. Just 4 wins is enough,
Yeah.
All right. So basically, that's why. So we got some of the jokes away, but we're also going to still.
But not all of them, because there's many more to come. I'm sure.
There is many more to come, and many more bashing and slashing of the European teams the English European teams in how they've been doing recently. Obviously more to come today as well, tonight. But I did get up in the morning to watch it, and I wish I didn't because it was just a waste of time, to be honest. All right, so we'll start off with obviously fixture ticker and lay of the land. We are currently in the second leg of the round of 16, just after game week 30, heading into blank game week 31, where Arsenal along with Crystal Palace, Manchester City, and Wolves currently blank. I don't think there's going to be a situation where Manchester City versus Palace ends up in 31. Unlikely, but yeah. And then we follow with what is probably a long international break, which, to be honest, as Manchester United fans, we are used to it now because nowadays we have football only once every 3 weeks. That's probably going to be the case again. So a long international break, followed by FA Cup quarterfinals. And based on the winners of the FA Cup quarterfinals, we'll then know who doubles in 33, blanks in 34. Maybe potentially doubles in 36 as well in the case of City, if they beat Liverpool in the FA Cup quarterfinal, that is, because they already have a game with Crystal Palace that needs to be rescheduled, which could also, now that Manchester City are out of the Champions League, could be put in game week 32 as well, assuming Crystal Palace, who are currently 0-0 in their game in the Conference League or Europa League, if their game,
Conference League.
yeah, so if they get knocked out as well, then it could probably go into 32 as well, because as you can see, there's that European week around 32. So it could be put in there as well if needed. But at the moment, we don't know if that's going to happen or not. So again,
So when will we get clarity? Like by what
we
date?
will we'll definitely know by before game week 32 deadline. The only thing is we need to wait on the FA Cup quarterfinal results to know who's going to blank and who's going to double. But because of the amount of English teams that look like they're getting kicked out of the Champions League and potentially even Europa League and all, so Man City leaving, Chelsea leaving means
Yeah.
their doubles could also not. They don't necessarily have to be doubles in 33 because they can be played in 34. As you can see, there's a European week in middle of 34. So like even if they were to win their FA Cup games, which would be happening on the weekend of 33, they're the weekend of 34. Their 34 games don't have to go in 33. They can just go into the European week of 34 and still remain as game week 34, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So Karan looks a bit lost. I think that makes sense.
Honestly, this fixture stuff
Yeah.
is the hardest thing in FPL for me.
I was gonna say like there's so
Like
much
I just,
scheduling
and it's
involved.
such a big part of the game nowadays.
Yeah.
But I just wait for somebody makes it like digestible for me, and then I
Yeah.
just like use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Hard to wrap your head around.
basically TLDR, wait till the quarterfinals are done before you play any chips, including a wildcard if you're planning on playing a wildcard in game week 32. Karan obviously doesn't have a wildcard, so he's a different story. Karan has just roll transfers. But anyone else who has a wildcard, don't even press the button during the international break because the quarterfinal results could change everything, and then you'll be like, it's not really.
Yeah.
what
So
I
wait
expected.
for 32.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Wait just
Same
before that.
transfer.
Just before, like when it gets to the European week of 32, then you can do what you want because we'll have a bit more information. Because it's very possible that Port Vale maybe beat Chelsea, right? And then Chelsea are not Dublin, so that changes a lot of things as well. And Liverpool could beat Manchester City in the FA Cup quarterfinals, and then that changes whether you get 2 doubles for Man City or 1 double. So yeah.
Just hold on to your transfers and wait.
Yep, exactly. Having said that, let's move into this week's fixtures because we have obviously some blanks, so we can at least predict it. Starting off with a Friday night kickoff. So for those of you who are not aware, it's a Friday night deadline. So if you have friends that you're competing with mini leagues, don't tell them that it's a Friday night deadline. This is the time you take the advantage and get over them in terms of they go, oh shit, I thought it was a Saturday night deadline, but no. Starting with Bournemouth versus Manchester United. But if they did captain Bruno Fernandes, then your advantage might not be that much because he'll just carry over this week. Who is supposedly the favorite captaincy option for 31?
Sorry, one thing. Sorry, this is tangential,
Yes.
but one thing I wanted to bring up is just the notion that like captaincy is probably 80% of the reason behind your rank,
Yeah.
right? Over the course of the season, this game is actually 80% about captaincy, but we always give it like 20% or less
Thought.
thought,
Yeah.
you know, compared to like fixtures and this and that.
Yeah.
So I was just like rolling that around in my head, and I was just like, maybe we should just like talk about captaincy
Fair
in
enough.
detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a look at my captaincy this week in terms of the success rate. I've had a 70% success rate across the season.
That's good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what's the average?
Actually, I can check the average, but I don't know if that's a good or not.
I mean, anecdotally, that sounds quite high. Being happy 7 out of 10 times, I think
Yeah.
that's a good.
Like getting the best guy 7 out of 10 times sounds really good, right?
Okay, so that depends on when Ryan's saying 70% hit rate is my captain did something or I picked the best.
No,
guy.
captain did something.
That's a different story altogether, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So captain doing something, as in like they're scoring more than just minutes.
Yeah.
So they have
they
to return.
contributed, right?
Yeah, they have to return.
You should link this for the viewers.
Yeah, let me bring it up. I'm just trying to load the sheet, but yeah, go ahead while I'm loading that. Anything to say on the game or?
So okay, if you look across all these fixtures
Yeah.
and talk about captaincy before diving in,
Yep.
none of the numbers are very big.
No,
There's
they're
not a
not.
single
Right.
expected number over 2, which is quite rare, right?
Yeah, true.
Normally
Usually
we
you
have like 2 or 3 over 2.
No, I agree because most of the times it's either Arsenal or City that tend to have that over 2 at times, unless United or
There you go.
Liverpool are playing a slightly more easier fixture, then it's slightly over 2.
Don't back Liverpool at all this season is what I would say.
And-
But yeah, perhaps that's an indication that you should be possibly captaining a defender for this week.
I tried once.
But
with
the thing is,
Gabriel.
Ayon, look,
I tried once. I'm not doing it.
no, look, the clean sheet percentages are also not high.
Right.
So this is
Full of
basically
eyes.
saying that every game is going to be a 1-1.
Yeah,
what this-
thereabouts.
Yeah, I mean, like, just really simplifying. Like,
Yeah.
this is essentially saying every game this week would be a 1-1, which is crazy. Like, how do you pick FPL buys if every game is a 1-1?
Yeah.
I think you just have to
Bad
pick
week
like,
for you to bring up the captaincy chat when the captaincy chat is so difficult.
yeah. Well, I think that's why it's a good thing, right?
All right, fair enough. Good one.
So,
Good one.
let me see if I can. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yep.
And- Okay, hold on. Let me load this again. So many ads.
Oh.
Ads.
I want to see if I beat you, Ryan.
Huh?
I want to see if I beat you.
Oh, we can have a look. So this is Premier Fantasy Tools. This is their. I don't know. Like, okay, so I don't know if they collect how they collect all the managers, or if they get a lot of the managers. I don't know, because
Yeah.
they might not have every person on here, but they have a decent number. This is their top FPL captain pickers. The number 1 guy is at 530 points. And I have, which if I can close this ad, which if I swap to this instead for you guys, this is me. I
Good.
have 431.
Hey, not bad.
Yeah, so I'm 100
points
points,
behind.
100 points short. So 431 would put me. Where is this?
Okay, so there you go. Let's got that number. 24% best in team picks.
Yeah,
right?
here you go.
That's the thing you're talking about.
Yeah. So 431 would put me at best 248. Where am I? Am I even here? Oh, yeah, here I am. 239.
In the world,
I don't know. That's
What?
what it says. So we can.
Yes.
It could be just a. I don't think they have an entire list, right? It's possible they don't have an entire list. It's most likely
Yeah.
that anyone who's used that tool has. Then they continue
Oh,
to maintain
valid.
it as well.
yeah,
Because
okay.
I've used it before as well. I think they continue to maintain. But anyways, Karan, tell me your ID. I can add it
Yeah.
in.
Okay. 551533.
So I'm on 431, 70% success rate. Karan is on.
Big fan of Haaland being the best pick and the worst pick because it's like.
But if you look at Karan's Karan's on 437. So it's slightly beaten me.
Right, there you
But
go.
he has a
less
67%.
successful picks. But there you go. There's that 27%. It's like best
Yeah.
in team picks, right? That's differential right there.
Yeah.
What is that stat? I don't understand it. Best in
So
the
it's like
team?
literally. I'm assuming it's
What's the best person in your team? Right.
best person in your
maybe.
team. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was yours, Ryan?
21.
Okay, right.
So 0 best in FPL. So you haven't picked the best captain. Maybe you haven't had that captain person in your team. Obviously,
Maybe.
that would be that kind of.
Like in that 1 week where they were the best captain. I don't know. Could be.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, so the global best player in the game week.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
what it
So
would
obviously if you look at Karan's main failures, you've gone quite differential as well.
Right.
Like you've had Enzo, Semenyo, Cunha, and Watkins apart from Haaland.
This is
Whereas
great data, by the way.
yeah, whereas for me,
Yeah.
I had Haaland and
Dude,
only
look at this. I'm Bruno Fernandes like 7 out of 10 times in the last.
Mate,
you.
there you go.
Yeah, so Bruno Fernandes has been very consistent for you. Same as me as well. So if I was to get this back up, right?
Yeah.
I'll go on like another one.
Yeah,
from
share this for the fans.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
good.
They can see it, I think. If I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
they can see
Yes, they can see it.
Share the link in the
Uh,
chat.
so if I was to load mine, and I need to keep switching. All right, so I'm loading mine. Control 5 again. 2, 8, 1. Right. All right, so this is me. I'm also
Yeah.
like look at Bruno Fernandes, like just so consistent.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I've got my main failures are Haaland and one MBOever. So
Look at the 18 to 20 stretch. In that
Yeah.
stretch, everyone who was an engaged person in the game went Haaland.
Yep.
If you found some Palmer differentials and stuff there, that was huge.
Yeah. So like the 18, not even 18 to, is it 18 to 20? Yeah, probably 18 to 20. Like even for me from 12 onwards, this is where Haaland was like dropping, right? So you also, like, you look at, if I go back to you,
Mine is the same.
yeah. So it's Haaland
Right.
mainly like in like that stretch. Yeah. And that's when because he had the fixtures, just didn't deliver.
Just didn't deliver.
But having said that, we now go back. Captaincy.
Yeah, so if you suspect that it's going to be a low-scoring game week where everyone scores,
Yep.
I think you just have to pick 90-minute men that are on
Yes.
penalties.
Yes.
Like, I actually think that's what you have to do because there's nothing more interesting. There's nothing more interesting you can do.
Yeah, I've heard a few people Harry Wilson shout, which is why I put him on the thumbnail as well.
What is it, Harry Wilson on pens?
No, Raul Jimenez is there, right? But then if Raul Jimenez gets subbed off,
But Wilson's on all the corners and free kicks, so it's not too bad, right?
on a majority of them, depending on situation, Iwobi could be on some of them, on
Okay.
direction
I
as
thought
well.
you took all of them.
He was initially on all of them when Iwobi was on AFCON, and that's
Yeah.
why he was just so good because he was just
Oh, I see.
racking up.
Yeah.
Now Iwobi is back, so Iwobi takes some parts of like corners and free kicks as well. But they're both on it technically, so it's up to them in terms of how they switch it.
I actually think for me it's Bruno first.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, of
And
course.
then number 2 is Gordon.
Oh,
Ooh,
yes.
okay.
That's interesting shout.
And then number
Oh, in
3
the
is
derby. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Huge.
And then number 3 is?
this guy, Wilson.
Okay. Yeah. I probably would agree with that. Yeah. Because Gordon's on pens. That's high.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Gordon's on pens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gordon's on pens, and there's some like quote by him saying that he sees himself as a number 9.
Oh.
See
Well,
that? And then Eddie Howe was like, yeah, he's a number 9.
And he's been playing his actual number 9 in center midfield. That's a different story.
I've never picked Gordon and done well.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, only in the last 2 game weeks has he scored 2 goals in the last entire year. To be honest.
Really?
But
like in the league.
His fitness is really high, so he always gets 90.
Yeah. So, I mean, for me, I think it's Bruno purely down to the fact that just more routes to points. Set piece, he's taking all of the corners now. Like before, Brian Mbeumo used to take some, but now Bruno is just like, I'm taking all of the corners. And like I said, 90-minute man, right? Because even Gordon could sometimes come off at like the 70th or 75th or even sometimes 80th minute, depending on game state and all. Same for Harry Wilson could be said as well. So, yeah, I think Bruno for me personally.
I think Chelsea nah. I don't know.
I mean, if anything, Joe Pedro, but he's not a pens. Palmer does have good history against this specific fixture where he scored 4 before, but you're hoping you get lucky, to be honest, if anything.
But like, yeah. I do think though that Everton games at home can be a bit chaotic. I don't know if the data backs that up, but I have that.
They really struggle at home, right? They've only won a couple of games there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think they like actually open up and play at home, and then it becomes a chaotic game. That's my recollection.
Could be.
So maybe the Chelsea captain is just. I don't have Palmer though. I only have Pedro.
Yeah, I also don't have Palmer, but like I feel like that's just asking to try and hope you get lucky kind of situation, especially given how Chelsea are playing right now.
Oh, awful.
But you'd rather, yeah. I kind of think you want to try and get lucky when the opportunity cost is not that high. So
if it wasn't Bruno Fernandes and someone else, maybe, because Bruno Fernandes, 1 assist is basically like you're looking at a double-digit haul.
yeah, it's like 10 points.
Yeah, because he can rack up at least 3 bonus points, right? 3 to 2 bonus points every time he'll rack up.
Yeah.
And then this is Bournemouth, who love a basketball game, which we mentioned before. And for United being like generally they've gone down in attack. The one thing that they do well is in transition, and this could probably be a good transition game.
Yeah.
But again, it depends on like your leagues, your rank state as well. Because if you're like 2 million, 3 million, and you want to chase rank, then yeah, go for it. Differential. You go in Bruno Fernandes is not going to do much to you in terms of like rank gain.
Yeah. Yeah. Any specific games we want to go
Alright.
deeper on?
Yeah. So, anything else to add on the United Bournemouth game? Or
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about it. I agree with you that it can be basketball, right? Like the 4-4 was the reverse fixture, right?
yeah.
But I think Bournemouth's defense are much better at home than away.
Oh, see. I don't know about a home versus away, but I'll tell you the last 6 game week stat. Their delta for expected goals conceded is at -7.
7?
Yeah.
Over 4 game weeks?
6 game weeks. 6 game weeks. -7. So they should have considered more than what they they have considered.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on understat trying to figure this shit out.
I was shocked when I saw that, to be honest. That was so. It's if you look at I don't know how the Burnley versus Bournemouth game ended 0-0 as well, to be honest, because that was just so end to end as well, and that game shouldn't have ended 0-0 the way it did, but it did. And Bournemouth's next 3 opponents are United, Arsenal, if I'm not mistaken, and Newcastle. One of these games they're going to get spanked. It's coming. I just don't know which game. Yeah, the way they're playing, they're going to get spanked. One of these games. I just don't know which one, but yeah.
Yeah, Bournemouth are 5th on the expected points table this season, which is pretty crazy.
That's because of the way they play, right? Expected points is mainly on the XG table versus XGC table.
No, expected points is
it's on a calculation.
If you get more XG than the opponent,
Yeah.
You
get 3 points.
No. It's a much more complicated calculation than that.
Really?
I thought it was that originally. Yeah. It's a much more complicated calculation, which I can actually look up right now.
Okay.
I thought it was simply just you get 3 points, but no, it's like if you run, it's like they run a simulation like 100 times.
You probably get the expected value of 3 points. You know what I mean? Like probability wise.
Maybe.
Yeah. So if I have,
I thought if you just out XG the opponent, you get 3.
No, I think it's like if I score 1.5 XG and my opponent scores 1, what is my probability of winning if that happens 1,000 times?
Okay.
And then that times 3 points is the expected value.
Okay.
So that'll be that would.
So apparently it's calculated by multiplying the probability of a win, draw, or loss, often generated through thousands of match simulations by their respective point values.
Yeah. So it is that. Yeah. All right, but welcome to our maths podcast.
Yes.
Maths and captaincy selection podcast.
Exactly. Okay, so you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, end to end. Obviously, but the thing with United is they haven't been like the in terms of an FPL perspective. Like Bruno is the only one who's performing well. Sesko is performing well, but off the bench, he's not really an FPL pick. Cunha, because of the fact that we don't have a left winger, is playing 90 minutes or close to 90 minutes now. And it's Bryan Mbeumo who's getting subbed early because he's playing that striker role, which is not really his best role as well.
He looks tired.
Yeah.
I think that striker role is so much more running. Like when he plays on the wing, he's quite like efficient with his running.
Yeah.
But when he's playing striker, like he's constantly spamming runs and he's tired. You can tell.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, yeah.
So he's slowly going down as a good FPL option.
However, in a basketball type game, he will be the outlet. So.
That is true. So I'm hoping I'm keeping him for one more game week.
I have him too.
Yeah, and hoping he returns. From Bournemouth's perspective, everyone owns their defenders in some form, whether that's Hill or Senesi. And that's purely for DEFCON reasons. Yeah. Anything?
Yeah, Tavernier is a good pick.
Yeah, I've watched the last 2 highlights and I don't know how Tavernier has not got any points. When he should have.
Who else is a pick from Fulham? We should just consider anyone playing.
So Fulham, I would say Harry Wilson and Iwobi are like my top 2 picks in terms of options. Raul Jimenez is there, but
Yeah.
he will get subbed off early because Muniz is now getting like.
Oh, Anderson. I would have put Anderson number 2, right? After Wilson.
Yeah, maybe should be because they're the highest clean sheet percentage out of any team here.
Yeah, but he's also the DEFCON based.
Yeah. So you probably add Anderson as second and then EVBRE as third. It's just that I won't be surprised if Fulham concede. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Because they're
It's not
not
a big game.
Yeah.
Non-big game.
Yeah.
They love a fucking 1-1.
Yeah.
1-1 is Fulham's favorite scoreline. Yeah.
So and they're not very well known to be like defensively solid, to be honest. Even though they kept it clean. There was 0-0 in the last game, but like yeah. Yeah, Anderson, I don't mind, but it's Anderson, EVBRE, and Harry Wilson for me.
Oh, look at this. The chat. Andrew Barton suggests Gordon for captaincy, and then FTF is like Wilson locked for captaincy.
Yeah.
So it sounds like people are being creative.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like,
Well, I
I
think
thought
yeah,
everyone would just slap it on Bruno.
No. I think.
I mean, look, definitely an option. But as you said, like this week being so open, and
Yeah.
you know, clean sheet percentage is not kind of locked in, and not super high XG across the board. It's an opportunity at least to be creative when most of the time you feel kind of locked into a captain, right?
Yeah.
As shown by that kind of Haaland domination, or even Bruno domination on your part, Karan.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I guess the next, let's go to Newcastle versus Sunderland because it's a derby. Sunderland won the reverse fixture. Newcastle will be wanting to get some revenge. Obviously, Newcastle have a tough game against Barcelona, which is all square, which I thought Newcastle were the better team of that fixture in the last week. But
Yeah,
then
they got away with it, right? Barcelona
yeah,
for sure with the
yeah.
late penalty, right? So,
but this time it's at the new camp, so it's slightly different story. So that's going to be a tough game, but I still think even then Newcastle will definitely step up for this derby game because it's a massive thing for them. What do you all think?
Who are the picks?
Gordon,
yes.
Malik number 1.
Malik Chow.
Yeah.
For a defensive perspective and DEFCON and also set piece threat. I don't have a third pick. I just stick to 2.
Giver is still out, right?
Yeah. And I can't like okay. If I was to add a third pick, Lewis Hall.
Is he fit?
Yes, he played the last
Is he
game.
coming back from multiple injuries?
No, well, he played the last game. Let me just check for you.
I'm checking. Yeah, Lewis Hall played 90 minutes against Chelsea.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah. So he's okay. Lewis Hall, third.
I just feel like he's a minute risk.
No, they don't have anyone who's going to play left back otherwise. Livramento will play right when Trippier can't play a full 90. But again, keep in mind
and
they
Burn?
Burn, Malik Chow, Malik, both are very close for like set piece threats, but BOUvMUN is also there, so it's a bit hard to select Dan Burn. And Dan Burn could play left back, but I don't think in this game he'll play.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is Burn taking any minutes off him at left back?
Not really. Like the Chelsea game, it was like Dan Burn came on for Willock to basically, I guess they moved to a back 5.
Yeah, but in my opinion, Lewis Hall is an incredible FPL pick.
Yeah.
When Newcastle are good and when he's nailed.
Yeah. So I don't mind him as well. But keep in mind, Champions League football today. So just monitor because injuries and whatnot, that could change everything.
Yep.
Sunderland in free fall, lost their goalkeeper, injured. Rufus, who I thought was probably one of their best players this season.
Agreed.
Kept them in games.
It's hard to, as in like, yeah, Isidore's kind of cooled down, right? In terms of goal scoring.
Like it's just they kind of like dropped off quite a bit recently.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they were the team hardest hit by AFCON. Have they really kind of?
They were overperforming like crazy.
Yeah, before that, right? So, but like, I mean, for them to not even kind of be in the relegation discussion at this point of the season is a huge win for them.
Yep.
That's because Spurs have taken one.
Spurs are dominating. Yes, exactly. Taking up all the column inches.
Fair enough.
So the next game, right?
Yes.
Villa West Ham. I think this one, West Ham are really like they're seriously impressive.
Oh yeah, they've improved.
Oh, yeah, it's impressive compared to what we've seen from them
yeah,
this
yeah,
season. But yes,
Oh, but like on very recent form, they don't
yeah.
look anything like relegation candidates.
Okay, sure. And obviously super motivated to drag Spurs even further into it, right?
Yeah. And Aston Villa, on the other hand, are in free fall.
Dropping like a stone. When was the last time they won a game?
Imagine how it would feel for Nuno.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
relegate Spurs and Wolves with West Ham.
and oh yeah,
and Forest.
Forest are also involved in it. It's a Nuno relegation scam.
Mate.
But like, if he pulls it off, he's going to relegate at 2 out of 3 of his former employers.
Yeah,
crazy.
If he pulls it off, like, which is crazy.
Wait, it could be 3 out of 3, right?
No, it's not right. It's Burnley is there also.
Burnley's
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could be 3 out of 3, but Burnley's probably going to
yeah, so don't underestimate the motivation of that.
Yeah.
And anyway, West Ham are playing really well, I think.
Yeah.
And Villa dog shit.
Yeah.
Like
Villa haven't won in the league since beating Brighton on February 12th. So more than a month ago.
Yeah, so it's not looking great for Villa.
So man, I think Bowen is low-key a good pick here. Not captaincy probably, but
or as an option to have. Yeah, Bowen. Obviously Mavropanda's got the goal. But Bowen is on again. Like again, roots to points, right? Set pieces, corners. He's just taking them. So he's a good option as well. Again, I wouldn't go and buy any of these players. If you had to spend a transfer, it'll be somewhere else, not on these guys. But yeah. Because this is like one of those weeks where you just try and get 11 players out. If you have a few extra transfers, maybe you can like target some high potential players, like high ceiling players. But yeah. People have Morgan Rogers. Probably you keep him for this one since you've had him. After that, just get rid.
Yeah, definitely keep him.
Yeah.
Blank Gameweek, you're not going to sell him with West Ham at home.
No. Even though Villa are pretty poor recently. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, I won't be surprised if West Ham pull off a result in this one. Talking about relegation, the relegation 6-pointer, Spurs versus Forest.
This is going to be the best game. Like in terms of stakes. Yeah, in terms of stakes, this is going to be a great game.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is crazy to say with the time where Derby is happening on the same week, but yeah.
Yeah. Let me find this stat about Forest. I think Forest. Let me see if I can find it. There's something about Forest having taken like a huge amount of shots in their last couple of games and not having scored anything. Okay. Forest have scored just 1 goal in their last 5 home games in all competitions from nearly 100 attempts.
What? How can that be true? That conversion is 1% of 100 shots.
Yeah, so apparently
they have the worst conversion. Yeah,
last 5 home games, by the way, 99 shots, 1 goal.
Wow, where are they shooting from?
I'll bring you SofaScore and you'll see how bad like the shot mapping is like is just. This is why SofaScore is pretty good in terms of like individual games shot map. So I'll bring this up. Forest results. Let's go to their Fulham game. This is Forest's shot map.
So only really 3 shots. Basically no shots close.
They're just punting it from anywhere.
Yeah.
Look, the total XG is less than 1.
Yeah.
But their XG per shot must be super low.
Yeah, it's definitely super low. And then if I was to go to their City game, this is Forest shot map.
This is the one they drew, right?
Yeah, this is one they drew. But look at this XG, 0.97.
Right. I mean, to be honest, both the goals were fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Back heel from Gibbs White and a lovely 1-2 goal finish from Edison outside the box.
Yeah.
They've been instructed to do this. Sorry. was gonna say maybe they've been instructed to do this.
Yeah, I mean, like similar
Maybe.
to the Villa players, right? Who have just been absolutely spamming it, and now they're kind of not reaping the rewards of that. Kind of the XG Grim Reaper coming knocking on their door.
But if there was any team that can help you score some goals, it's Dr. Tottenham. Because honestly, even the goal they conceded against Liverpool, I thought Vicario should have done better for that one.
Such a bad, like it was like, don't worry, it was a good free kick in the
Yeah.
sense that it was on target, but it should never be going in at this level. Like, how can you be so badly wrong? Unless the only reason that I can think of is that the keeper was like, okay, maybe he's going to go far post. And then I have to just take a step the wrong way. And then obviously he's just like not fully balanced to make the save. But like, it was like 2 meters inside the post, and he gets a hand to it as well. Like, come on, man. Like, make the save there. You gotta
Yep.
make the save.
Yep.
Awful.
So yeah, over the last week when I've had conversations with Karan, we've been discussing of who's going to go down, and I've slowly convinced him that now Spurs are actually in trouble
Yeah.
of going down.
Yeah, I think they're generally in trouble.
Yeah.
Don't you
Oh
guys?
yeah. No, I feel like they're
But
very.
I don't think it's just a meme anymore. I think
No.
they're actually in trouble.
Yeah, they are, to be honest. And like the only player that they have in their squad that knows how to fight relegation is obviously Richarlison. Now, obviously, he came up clutch with the goal last week, but even then, yeah, it's not looking good.
Well, it was actually when he scored, I was like, this is the guy that has the biggest reputation for celebrating goals that actually mean nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like so heavily convinced that we were going to score straight after that. But yeah, it was just like awful from pretty much all parties. The game was terrible, by the way. Like, it was so end to end. No one could control a single thing. First touches just going to waste. Like, simple passes, just not kind of like making it to feet. Like, it was just yeah. Like, I actually would not be surprised if Liverpool get knocked out like tomorrow by Galatasaray. Like, it's just like the levels at the moment are just really low. Which is like, and like you kind of look around the league, like, basically Arsenal can say that they've had a good season, but everybody else is just like not really. I mean, United obviously, if they fired Amorim a little bit earlier, maybe could have had this resurgence. Like the quality is clearly there, but like there's no even Arsenal wouldn't be able to say that they're playing to their potential. You know what I mean? Like like every team has room to grow significantly, I would say. Which is, obviously, like, it's good for the sake of competition, and it's great that because this kind of competition is always a little bit more fun, right? When teams run away with it, it's like, sure, it's exciting, like there's a table at the top, but like everybody else is like relegated to a side character. And now when the league's quality is a little bit worse and a little bit more compressed, there's a lot more opportunity for main characters to emerge from unexpected sources, which I'm a big fan of. But yeah, Spurs, like, I don't think Arsenal fans would be able to contain their joy if they won the league and Spurs got relegated in the same year, right? Like that's almost too much fun. Yeah, in 1 year.
I don't think we'll get Roy. Like, next time I get Roy on, and if that happens, I feel like every pod he might find a way to mention it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like that's just ending football for them, right? Like, it's just there's nothing greater that could possibly happen in their lives.
But like, yeah, I mean, so there's talk in the chat about maybe Richarlison as a punt. But
it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not.
But Spurs at home have been catastrophic, I think is the
The one thing I'll give them is they will somehow get a goal because they'll go for it, because they have to, because they'll put themselves in a position where they've screwed up so badly that now they have to go for it.
Sorry, just to quantify how catastrophically bad they are last in the home form table.
Oh, okay.
Played 15, drawn 1-2, lost 4. Sorry, 1-2, drawn 4, lost 9. Incredible. With a goal difference of only -7, though, by the way, which is just a little bit odd.
That's because they score a lot as well.
They score. They do. They managed to score, but lose a bit more. But last 4 results, 4 losses and a draw.
What's the psychology of being bad at home?
The extra pressure, I guess. Super big stadium as well, right? And like the acoustics of that stadium are just absolutely incredible. So like, I imagine if it's good, it does amplify that, but also if it's bad, it will amplify it too, right?
Okay.
True. Fair. I guess the other thing with this is like, because obviously they have the game against Atletico. That's probably as good as gone, to be honest, unless they do a sport in, which I don't see them doing a sport in. But I felt the game against Liverpool, I thought Liverpool kind of took Spurs too easily. Like they didn't expect, they kind of thought it'll be an easy 3-pointer and they hit back. And I felt also at the same time, no Van de Ven and no Romero in one way also probably did Spurs a favor because there were more fighters in the team rather than players who are kind of checked out, who know that if they get relegated, they'll still find another new club next season. Whereas some of the other players have something to prove because they're probably not going to get another club, right? Most of these players in their squad, they'll probably have to play in the championship with Spurs and all.
Yeah.
Surely they'd have like relegation clauses and stuff, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Do
Is that even like baked into like Big Six contracts? Is it just like not even on the cards?
I thought it was like a pretty standard contract.
Oh, is it a standard clause? Okay, right.
I
Fair
don't
enough.
But, wrong.
Fair
But I
enough.
mean, dude, there's so many players in that team that people would pick up.
No, yes, but then those are the players who I say like Van de Ven and Romero, they'll be picked up, but they didn't have them in the Liverpool game, right? That's what I felt. So like it's like having players that are there to at least fight for something and all of that, compared to the luxury or the players who were already checked out. Like even Xavi Simons didn't start. He's like another also luxury player that they don't really need in this kind of situation.
Well, they don't really have the backbone to platform him.
Yeah, that's true as well. And they're not going to have it for the rest of the season because they're in a very bad situation.
Yeah.
But like one win kind of like lifts them out of it. Like Leeds are still involved. Yeah. So there's 6 teams realistically. Like, I mean, can Wolves actually get out of this? They can.
No.
But it's like 4 wins.
Well, they can. But this would be the greatest escape of all time.
Genuinely the greatest escape of all time. I do remember, I think it was 2013, Sunderland had like a pretty amazing escape under Gus Poyet, I believe.
Everton's had some crazy ones.
Yeah, Everton have like almost like sleepwalked their way into relegation a few times.
Richarlison has twice saved them, right?
Yes.
Everton.
Richarlison and Anthony Gordon.
Yeah.
Everton, I thought initially when you toy with relegation too much, you'll eventually get relegated, but they've escaped it.
Yeah.
Obviously, Spurs last season were toying with relegation. Now this season, they're definitely
were they like, but that wasn't like really like superly like.
No, they were not because last season's top.
There was just like three really bad teams.
Yeah. They did finish 17th though, Spurs. But like last season,
of course. But it was like there was still a little bit of a gap, right?
Yeah.
Whereas right now,
it's just that the bottom 3 was so bad. Yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, it's hard. I mean, Burnley and Wolves, like, how can they get out of it?
Yeah.
Like, So
the reports where the NFL pitch under the regular pitch is causing injuries. That I don't know.
It's not true. It's just not true.
I doubt that, but
because there's a distance between those pitches.
Yeah,
it's not like it's directly underneath. Yeah, exactly.
That's very unlikely. It could be anything. It's more likely their training methods than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. General, avoid these 2 teams unless you want to take a punt. Morgan, Gibbs-White, and Richarlison, maybe. Anyone else for punts?
Yeah, I would say Gibbs-White. Anderson's a good player, but I don't think he's great for fantasy, right? Like, of course, he scored a good goal.
He's good for DEFCON, but I think
who's spamming all the shots?
Who? What?
Who's spamming all the shots for Forest?
For Forest? I haven't looked at the data, but off the top of my head, I'll say Gibbs-White and Endoy on that list.
Yeah, okay.
But I can't tell you exactly without actually looking at their numbers. But yeah, but they are definitely missing Chris Wood. Forest definitely lacking goals. All right, we will move to Brighton versus Liverpool. Obviously, a big game against Galatasaray. 1-0 down, but playing at Anfield. To be honest, I've always said this, regardless of whatever picture it is, any team going to Turkey and coming away with at least the game still in hand, at some extent, is still a good result. It's generally a very tough place to go to.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I've lost a lot of faith basically in our ability to basically win any game. Like there was, regardless of how bad we've been this season, like even in the midway point, I'm like, yeah, sure, like we've still got the quality to win every single game, but now it seems like we just really lack a plan, like on and off the ball. Like it's very kind of just, we have good players and those players should play well, and obviously that's not how it works. So as much as Slot has done well, and I still maintain he's the he's the best manager to follow, a GOAT manager in probably recent history. Like you obviously look at like what happened after Ferguson and Wenger left Arsenal, right? The absolute train wrecks that followed them. Slot's managed to kind of like keep it together for a short amount of time at least. You know, extenuating circumstances, you know, beyond that. He just tried to change too much this season, and too much change. Obviously, we're not Real Madrid. We can't do the Galacticos thing. But yeah, just absolutely not confident at all about getting any results. So the result I think tomorrow would heavily affect this result, I would say, just based on confidence and going through. I don't really think that we can progress any further in the Champions League anyway, because now the winner plays PSG, right? So like they've got the monkey off their back in terms of winning it last year, so it's almost like a free hit for them. Like, of course, they want to win it again and again and again, but like we just kind of have almost. I mean, the only thing we have to play for in that regard is to win the Champions League. But getting a top 5 finish is a much easier prospect, even though we're stumbling across that line to get the Champions League spot anyway. But yeah, I would completely stay away from Liverpool players. Ekitike has kind of fallen off a cliff a little bit as well. Like just not even just in terms of output wise, but just like in terms of like general performance, stuff just isn't sticking for him that was sticking at the beginning of the season. Wirtz has not been playing as much as I would have expected. Fair enough, he was injured, I think, before the Forest game in the warm-up, so he's been out for a couple of games. Maybe just being eased back in. Salah came off the bench as well against Spurs. He actually looked quite good, actually, coming off the bench, but he's still that one step off of where he was last season. And I would be shocked if he's still a Liverpool player at the end of the summer. But yeah, like I don't really see anybody. Sorry, go on.
So is your default assumption that he's washed?
Oh, I mean, like I think we can all understand that he's washed, right? Yeah, I mean, like
yeah, I know. I'm just like, is there like a 30% chance that he's just, you know, like just hasn't got up to speed?
No, I just like, when was the last time you saw him go past a player 1v1? You know, like it's maybe happened a handful of times this season. I think, yeah. To be fair, actually, it might have happened. It did the last time we played Brighton, which was in the FA Cup. I think he won a penalty by going past someone. But that was at Anfield. He does thrive off the Anfield atmosphere. I really do hope we see. I've been seeing a lot more in Brighton games, like people actually wearing the seagull hats, the heads. Imagine a whole stadium of fans wearing that. That'd be so intimidating. That'd be insane. So I think they should definitely get, you know, something behind that at some stage. But from a Brighton perspective as well, like I think they've always caused us problems, especially under Slot. Like we've never had a comfortable victory over them. Ruta's always caused us problems. Kadiogo's always caused us problems. Is Welbeck fit?
Should be. To be honest, he's been managing minutes because like he can't play. He's an old man now. Can't be playing back-to-back games. But like if there's a
geriatric 34-year-old,
yeah. If it's a spacing, then it's okay.
yeah. But yeah, with regards to this game, if you don't have any players, not worth transferring anybody in, and probably not worth captaining anybody in this regard, I would say either.
Well, too late now because all of us piled on to Liverpool with their good fixture run. So a lot of us all have Liverpool, sadly, including myself, who bought Ekitike in last week just to see him getting benched.
Good fixture run. Yeah, it doesn't matter who we play.
Yeah. So unfortunately, all of us have at least 2 or 3 Liverpool players in our teams. So we're hoping for some returns this week. Now, I guess the question that everyone in chat will have is, will Ekitike start? Will Salah start? Because a lot of them will have these type of players in their teams. Will Wirtz start?
I don't think Salah will start. Just because I think he'll probably play a big role in the Champions League game. So yeah, exactly, and he'll probably like kind of rotate the minutes. Wirtz, I think, will start. Like I said, like being eased back in minutes wise after his back injury. And it was really nice to see Engamoa getting a start against Spurs as well, and whether that's out of necessity or Slot actually kind of like trusts him now. I still just think from a defensive point of view, having a 16-year-old in a kind of critical position, especially when we need help in fullback areas, especially if Robertson plays, like the fullback definitely does need to drop back as well. Like that's just a liability that maybe we can't afford in these really big games. So I think maybe Engamoa will start against Brighton. If he starts any of the 2 games, so that probably, you know, lessens the likelihood of Ekitike starting on on Saturday against Brighton. It's on Saturday.
But keep in mind, it's international break after this, so there's not really anything to.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's a good point as well, actually. But it depends. Yeah, how much sway do you think international managers have in these kind of discussions? You know what I mean? Like, do France have any? France have already qualified, right? Like, they don't have any key fixtures or anything like that. So, any countries that, because there are playoffs, right, in this international break for the spots to come through.
It's not. It's like, I think, Asian teams that have some playoffs. For like some.
What about Italy? Aren't Italy involved in a playoff with like Ireland or something? Or maybe Northern Ireland, because I think Ireland already qualified, right? No, that was Scotland.
I don't think the international teams have sway over the club teams. I think they have sway over the player, and then the player.
Right.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I'll see if there's any. I'm trying to find the playoffs, but yeah, I mean, like, generally speaking, like, it's probably what Karan said. I don't know how much international can push, especially when it's like a main player. If anything, the player chooses the club in most cases than the national team. Generally, like, in terms of like missing out on national team games that are not necessary if needed. Yeah, Bolivia, Congo, Iraq, Jamaica, New Caledonia, and Suriname.
Let's go.
Yeah, battle for 2 FIFA World Cup playoff spots. So yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
the European ones?
Just six teams. I think European ones are all done, to be honest.
So Italy's not coming to the World Cup?
Very good question.
Yeah.
Italy
have like, they have like, that's crazy. In a 48-team World Cup, they still can't make it. That's so wild. So wild. It's like they've been so good at getting better at other sports. Like in tennis, they're absolutely dominating, especially on the male side. They have a baseball team now with the kind of World Baseball Classic that's happening. They were even at the T20 World Cup. They have a goddamn team there. But they can't do well at the sport that they care about the most.
Yeah, they're all Australian Italians.
Yeah.
But this is crazy because Iran are now
questionable.
Yeah. So
sorry, I read an article on Athletical today where they're trying to negotiate playing their games in Mexico. So as in it might not be out.
Okay.
But yeah, which is obviously a goddamn shame because like the thing that Trump has said, which is like just like for their own safety they shouldn't come. Like that's ridiculous. Like you should be able to assure the safety of the players that are going to make your tournament special, right? Like it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Freddie says European teams have playoffs. 12 teams for 3 spots. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure Italy's involved, and I'm sure I think Ireland is involved as well.
Italy's out.
Here you go. Yes, Northern Ireland. Italy versus Northern Ireland.
Yeah, I'm sure I saw that.
Ukraine versus Sweden.
Turkey versus Romania. Poland versus Albania.
Yeah.
Also, both Irish teams could make it as well. So Czechia versus Ireland too.
It's semi-finals. So semi-finals and finals. So there's still a long way to go. Yeah.
If Italy missed this will be the 3rd consecutive World Cup they have missed.
World Cup, really?
They didn't make.
Yeah, because they won the Euros and they didn't make the next World Cup, and they didn't play in 2018 either.
Yeah.
Damn.
Is that crazy?
How? I don't understand.
I think a lot of these teams like Denmark and Norway and shit are all much better than they used to be.
Yeah.
Well, this is Norway's first major tournament in years.
Yeah, but I mean, just like in general, in international football, those kind of mid-tier European countries have all been much better.
Yeah, but in a 48-team World Cup, how many spots does Europe have? Europe must have like at least.
Italy are in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know, but surely they're top 16 teams in Europe, right? You would think, given the talent that is supposed.
See, I feel like their talent has dropped off, to be honest. If anything,
right?
Because
by football heritage, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, but it's like just by virtue of having a league, right, a top league in your country. That should give you the resources, or at least the impetus to produce good players that can fill those teams.
Yeah, but like if you look at Italy's like the strikers, maybe Moise Kean, Scamacca, like it's not really it's not really like the top strikers. Midfield as well. Tonali, Locatelli. Defense is like Bastoni, Barella. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, defense is good. Defense is always good, right?
Yeah.
Donnarumma in net. But like as in like
This is a good team.
They literally won the
Ooh, Italy.
Euros.
This team,
5 years ago.
Italy, is
Yeah.
better than what it used to be in the last 2 times they missed it out. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're missing like a really creative player. Yeah,
Mm.
like a lot of teams.
The closest they get is Barella, basically. I think.
Barella.
Yeah.
What a
He's
dog.
really that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
No,
anyways.
yeah, there's a lot of B+ players here.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, I mean, again, international break. This is why I don't think there'll be too much rotation because of that.
No, okay, valid.
Yeah.
I think Gakpo will play. It's just whether, and obviously Szoboszlai will play. It depends also on our fullback situation. Does Szoboszlai have to play at right back? If Frimpong is available, that also takes out one of the spots that either Ekatike or any of the other guys that you guys might be considering have to fill. So, yeah. You know, avoid Liverpool if you can, but a lot of people are stuck with them, unfortunately.
Which means don't go and buy Liverpool if you still have spaces to
Yeah,
buy.
of course.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's been the case for the last 20 weeks, right?
Yeah, fair enough. I guess the last 2 games are obviously Everton versus Chelsea. We've slightly touched on Chelsea players. I'm potentially looking to sell Enzo if I can, to be honest. He's just been a disappointment. And then there's Leeds versus Brentford, who some people might have had Goodmanson, who obviously got a red card, which means I think Jadon Bogle should be back for Leeds to play. But really nothing. Oh. Hold on, guys. Let me send a new link to these guys. Timer expired. We've got more than the other spot. That makes sense. If Italy win and the World Cup play away to Wales or Bosnia for a spot at the World Cup. Hoping so. I need Bogle to place this. Andrew. 6 red arrows in a row and dropped from 5k to 30k. Damn. Still over 10k finish now that the chip season starts. Fair enough. All right, we're back. So that's a reminder that we've gone over an hour. So we should look to wrap it up.
Ryan, we've been on one slide for 1 hour.
I know, like we need to wrap it up. Well, we've had a lot of tangents, let's be honest.
Yeah, big on the tangent. Sorry, I don't know if you caught my last thing that I said there. But the Leeds kickoff is at 8 p.m. So they're pretty much
under the
guaranteed to
lights.
win.
Yep, there you go.
They're pretty much guaranteed to win. So yeah, if you want to, I don't know, take a punt on DCL to put a hat trick away, this is the way to do it.
As long as he's not taking penalties, yes. He's so bad at taking penalties, to be honest.
Just bad at finishing in general, I would say.
Yep. All right. Anything else to add? Or shall we go to the next?
Yeah,
let's move on.
Yep. All right. So next one is basically we've seen this chip talk. So current template chip plan, I think, as even with the uncertainty, it looks like people will blank. They'll try and field 11 in Game Week 31, dead end. Then Game Week 32 wildcard, bench boost in 33, free hit in 34, and then if you still have your triple captaincy, you can potentially play it in 36. So 37, depending on when the double is. If there's no double, then you just play it on a good single Game Week player. Chip plan 2 and 3, the only difference is maybe you play the free hit in 33 if it doesn't look like it's going to be a big one, and then you wildcard in like 35. Or maybe bench boost in 36, where City get the other double, for example. It's just like slightly something like differential in terms of like options, depending on how people kind of want to approach it. But yeah, current someone has with you not having chips. What are you doing? What's your plan?
So I have free hit, so I'll free hit 34, I think.
Okay, fair enough.
I would free hit 34. I've got pretty much a full team for 31, minus 1 player. So I can maybe make 1 transfer in 31, then make 2 transfers in 32. Are the teams that which teams double in 33?
Well, this is what it's probably going to look like. Arsenal will double with Man City. Arsenal double, which means Newcastle will also end up doubling in that case, I think. Yep. So Bournemouth and Arsenal for Newcastle, and Arsenal have City and Newcastle in their 33. Then Brighton, Burnley, Chelsea, and Man City are the other teams.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have like I already have like 5 or 6 players from these teams.
Yeah.
They're not all going to double, right? Like,
You know, well,
it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
if
There's
they-
up to 6 doubles, right?
Yeah.
But what is the expected number of doubles? Is it like 3 or 4?
this is if the FA Cup predictions go according, this is how it might end up. Assuming the Premier League decide not to put Premier League games during the European week and clash with European television pictures.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. It all depends on the television companies, to be honest. So, yeah. This is assuming the FA Cup favorites like City beat Liverpool, Chelsea beat Port Vale, Arsenal beat Southampton, and I think it's West Ham who are playing.
Chelsea? Are they in
No,
some-
West Ham are playing. Chelsea are playing Port Vale. West Ham are playing. I forgot.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Right.
But the reason West Ham won't double, West Ham are playing Leeds in the FA Cup. The reason neither of them will double in 33 is because they don't have any European commitments, so their fixture can remain in 34, just pushed back. That's the only thing. But yeah,
Cool.
all right. We'll wait and see for more information. This is Karan's team. 54 points. I'm going to read it out for those listening on the audio. So Alisson, Gabriel, Timber, Van Dijk, Bruno, Dango, Schade, and Mbeumo, Haaland, Joe Pedro, Raul. On the bench, you got Dubravka, Casemiro, Munoz, and Reinildo. So you kind of have 11, maybe. Oh, no, actually, you need to make a few transfers.
So I mean, I'll have 10.
Yeah.
So if I sell Munoz for someone, 11.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I don't know if Reinildo will start.
Yeah.
He was the starter before he got injured.
Mm.
Now he's back. I don't know if he'll start.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. So a few issues with Sandal. A lot of us, like me as well, I have Mukiele. So mine was Kelleher, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Hill, Rice, Bruno, Mbeumo, Wilson, Thiago Ekitike, Joe Pedro. And on the bench, Dubravka, Enzo, Guehi, and Mukiele. So I'm kind of waiting on Mukiele's fitness to see whether it's going to be available or not for this week. If he is, then I won't make a transfer for defense. Then I have the luxury of maybe removing an Enzo and maybe bringing a Gordon in instead. Otherwise, I could do Guehi to a Malik Chow and play 11 and roll the other free transfer. I could still do Guehi to Malik Chow and also Enzo to Gordon for my 2 free transfers if I really wanted to.
Yep. Or Lewis Hall.
Yeah, or Luis Hall as well. Yeah. So had to see. But I probably might go Newcastle players because I don't have any stake in that game otherwise.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are teams. And I guess, do we want to slightly touch on AFCON and the fast?
I think
that
we
AFCON
have
is?
to. We have to just mention what the madness that's going on there.
So, yeah.
57 days. 57 days after the trophy was lifted, these guys have come out and said, "Oh no, sorry, we're actually just going to uphold the forfeiture of the game." I mean,
What? That's what happened?
Yeah.
correct. Karen, what have you been doing?
I just
How
sent
have
it in
you
the group
not-
in the morning.
This guy has not been on the internet for the last 3 days.
Yeah, I've been a bit off the radar.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, Morocco appeals the decision of Senegal leaving the pitch. It was for 16 minutes, mind you, which is actually a pretty sizable time. But surely it just has to remain with the referee on the day. If the referee allows the game to continue, then it's going to be that. Like, it's almost like a VAR decision for a tournament outcome, right? Where you can't even celebrate the tournament anymore because you don't know if someone's going to come through and change the result. So, absolutely farcical. Like, I mean, the whole point that they left the pitch in the first place because they were, protesting corruption, and now it even looks like that corruption is being upheld after they've, factually won the game. With some unforgettable moments. There's an incredible goal scored to win it. I mean, obviously the fact that they left the pitch, a missed penalty where he tries the Panenka
by
and
Brahim
it's
Diaz.
just- Yeah, I mean, and then gets absolutely hauled off basically in the 4th minute of extra time just to save his skin because he was about to get lynched. The ball boys trying to steal the goalkeeper's towel. I mean, genuinely the craziest final of all time. And then how can you take that away from Senegal after they went through all of that? It's just, honestly, it's ridiculous. So, I mean, yeah, the African Football Federation obviously not shining a great light on their credibility. But yeah, I just think it's so ridiculous. Like, how can you possibly revert it after this amount of
Yeah, no. I don't know what they're thinking, to be honest.
time?
Nothing
What's
speaks.
that? Yeah, if-
Yeah. Go ahead.
if the pub trivia question ever comes up about who won the 2026 AFCON and you don't say Senegal, you're a sellout.
Nothing speaks more corruption than reverting a game.
2 months later, like, oh my god, it's what could have possibly taken him that amount of time to make that decision? Deliberating, sleeping on it. Oh, okay, should we uphold this forfeiture? Just
Yeah, but
The
it's still not
corruption-
over because I think Senegal are going to appeal to the Court of Arbitration
Surely.
of Sport, and
Surely.
that will just
They
carry
must-
on.
they
even
must
more.
do.
Yep.
Okay, until the next AFCON.
Yep.
Then when we find out who the defending champions are the night before, and
Yep.
a great reveal or something like that. yeah.
So yeah, that's basically it to add. Anything else we want to add? There's talk about PFA Player of the Chat in the comments, but I think we'll leave that for a bit more closer, if needed. Once
Yeah, I
maybe
mean, so
Bruno
much
Fernandes-
can still happen in the last 6 weeks, right?
Yeah. Once he breaks the assist record, or if he does it, then we can. think about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, like, I got a feeling the record's cursed, right? I mean, Salah had like 9 games to get like 3 assists or something last year.
I
Doesn't
think
get it done.
Ozil also had like.
Ozil had
yeah,
so many games. I think he was
yeah.
on like 16 at like halfway through the season or
Yep,
something, right?
yep.
Like, yeah, absolute madness.
So yeah, so we'll wait and see how that goes. But yeah, any final words before we end?
Karan clearly needs to be on the internet more. I thought I'd never say that, but yeah.
No, I've been so busy.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right,
Yeah.
we'll end it there. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you guys have been watching up to this point, don't forget it's a Friday night deadline. So if you have any further questions, put them in the comments later after the video is done, and I'll definitely answer all of them. Until then, have a good one, and I'll see you all on Friday for the Friday night deadline. Peace out.
Try, guys.